Hi everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video and a quick reminder about my new class, Alter Cut Create, where I'm going to create a completely altered journal. You can find that on my website on under online courses, and if you're an art journal lover you can get an extra £10 off. So today I am playing in the large craft journal. I know, get me, using a different journal. What's going on? Still craft though, I guess. And I'm playing with some of the collage papers from Natalie May Scrapbooking. So these are her brand new ones, which have got an Alice in Wonderland theme. I don't know, just found them really inspiring. So I've taken the cat out of one of the collage papers, the Cheshire Cat, and you can see I've just drawn round roughly where that's going to be on my page, and I'm adding in a bit of white gesso. So the reason for this is I don't want the colour of the craft paper to affect the colours on the Cheshire Cat. I want them to stay as they are, and so this is a really good way to kind of make sure that doesn't happen. Just adding that kind of white area just means that that will be underneath and it won't make any brown colours come through from the craft. So then gave that a good dry, and now I'm going to create like a kind of circular pattern using lots of rainbow colours. So I'm just doing kind of circular motions, shapes, lines even. Oh my days. Sorry, circular lines on my page, and I'm going to use all the different rainbow colours that I normally use. I'm just kind of mixing up where they go. And you can see that's how I'm going to build up this background. So initially this background has no collage paper on. I'm just going straight in with my paint. And I am finding quite often I don't put any collage on my page first, but I had already got the intention of adding lots of marks and patterns on top of the paint on this page. So that's why I didn't add any collage in first. And sometimes you want that collage layer to be peeping through, but on this page it didn't really matter. So you can kind of see how I'm building up these strokes of paint on my page, trying to keep that circular pattern. I went for this because I don't know what that thumbs down, honestly, I thought I'd switch that off, sorry. I went for this kind of background because the Cheshire Cat's a little bit kooky, isn't he? And you know, I just thought it would look really cool. So I'm using my usual assortment of colours. I've used ruby, tangerine, lemon, lime. I have used sky and not turquoise, magenta, orchid and blackberry, just to build up those colours. And I'm kind of mostly filling in the background. I think I do leave one or two little areas where there's no paint, but pretty much it is filled in. This is a really lovely way to create a background, and you can see it is quite bright, it's quite vibrant. So if this isn't your vibe, then but this would work just as well with neutral colours. In fact, now I'm thinking I might have to try that now I've said that. Yeah, even analogous colours, it would work really lovely too. So yeah, give it a try. It's fun. It's another way to create that kind of crazy background. So now I'm going in with white. This is to bring a little bit of contrast to those bright colours. And unfortunately I didn't record the bit where I've added some black dots onto the white parts, but honestly that was just as easy as getting a couple of Posca pens and just adding dots on there too. So then we've got a bit of black and white contrast going on too. You can see just adding in that white, it kind of brings it to life, doesn't it? It brings those colours alive. And then when the dots go on, which you're going to see very soon, you'll see that that kind of pops it out even more. So I'm just sticking the Cheshire Cat in place using a bit of matte medium onto that calm area that I painted the white gesso on, and you can see that those colours are just staying nice and vibrant on the collage paper. Now if you wanted to, you could bring your colours over the edges of your collage. It didn't really bother me at all. So you can see I've added some dots onto the white parts. I've added some big dots and some small dots, and that's the start of my mark making. So then I grabbed a couple of Tim Holtz stencils and using the same colours that I've already used on my background, I've just gone in and added a little bit of stenciling. Actually, I'm saying I've used the same, that's evergreen, isn't it? It's a slightly darker green over the light green. So I'm just adding little patches of stenciling just to bring some more marks onto that background. Really easy to do. You can see that I'm kind of twisting and turning the stencil so that I can get it to go in the direction that I want, because I want to keep the movement in the background that's already there. So this stencil I'm just stenciling through in the shape that I want the stenciling to be, in that sort of slightly curved way. Yeah, and just building up the marks and patterns on my page. Then I'm going in with some Posca pens and just adding some more marks, different like plus signs and dots and things, just to build up the interest in the background. And then I decided I would go in with my black Posca pen again and just bring a bit of black mark making into the page too. And I do end up adding some white marks in between these as well. So again, just pulling a bit more white onto the page. It does help with the kind of the balance and just the elements of contrast as well. I'm adding those white lines in between the black ones that I've just drawn. And then I've used a Stabilo oil pencil just to create a bit of a shadow at the bottom, just to try and ground the cat, just so it is sat on the bottom of the page and not just floating above. And then going in the white pen, just bringing the catch lights back to the eyes, and decided I would then use a Tombow marker and just draw some more circular lines around my page. And I'm kind of smudging them while the ink's wet, just so it's a softer look. So now I'm using Stoked Gloss from Dina Wakley, and I'm just adding some splatters onto my page. I am using my little fan brush for this. I do use the dropper to do splatters, but I think I wanted a finer splatter, so it worked quite well to do it this way. Then this is the white gloss, which I'm also just doing some splatters to, but I'm using the stalk of the gloss for that. And now I'm using my Shoot for the Stars text stamp and just bringing in a little bit of stamping onto the page as well, using black archival ink. I'm not using the whole stamp, I'm only using little parts of it. And then a bit more dark at the bottom of the page. Felt it wasn't dark enough. This is how much I faff sometimes, honestly. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp out my words, and I'm using a stamp set from Darkroom Door. Sorry, my voice has gone silly. I'm going to stamp the letters out onto white cardstock using black archival ink, and then I'm going to cut the letters out individually. So I've stuck those down using a white glue, and then I'm just going to draw around each of those letters and just give them a little black border. It just helps pop them out from the background a bit more. And you can see that I've stuck them on in that circular way, which kind of echoes the feel of the page with the movement of the colours behind. And then it means that the page kind of all works together. So this was such a fun page to create. Certainly doing a background with those lovely circular brush strokes of colour. It was a lovely way to fill in the page and add those vibrant colours behind that lovely image from Natalie May Scrapbooking. I will have some of these collage papers available on my website very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Hope you found some inspiration, and I hope to see you again soon.